Hello, my people. Once again, this is Ambassador Jeff Osayande. I'm here to share some light on issues about police and the ramifications that follows it up. Before I do that, I just want to quickly share this on my page. As you guys know, my videos is compromised until April by the Edo people from Nigeria and those what's it called, the human trafficker. There's one boy called the human trafficker. He's a human trafficker. He's based in Germany. He's constantly reporting my video. You can see it last week. He did report it, but the Facebook have to send me an apology letter that they got it all wrong. So that's why I'm sharing it today, to make sure people understand. Now, the reason why I'm here to talk about this is baffle me when you send out people to go and meet with the Nigerian police. It's always going to come up with money issue. Yet, there's allocations of 500 million every month, and these people are getting. Now, if someone or your client have issue, and he goes to police station, the first thing they're going to ask him, if they're going to arrest somebody, if they're going to go and visit somebody, if they're going to go and query somebody, the first thing they ask this person is mobilization fees. Where I live here, it's a Commonwealth country. Nigeria is a part of the Commonwealth country, and some other African countries. There's nothing like mobilization fees when it comes to police. The reason why police in Nigeria is asking for mobilization fees, I don't know. You have to pay for their transport. You will pay for their feeding if they're going to go out with you. You pay extra money for them to move one file to the office. This is a document they have to sign up. It's right there in the counter. They will ask you for mobilization fees. Pastor Yamu, thank you. I don't know who is managing this page for you. This guy that is managing the page needs to reach out to me privately. We need to talk. What I'm saying here in essence is, if we have to vote in the next government or the next governor in Edo State or every other government in Nigeria, I want them to learn from this broadcast. The idea of police asking its citizens for mobilization fees need to be addressed. They need to address it. And also the issue of governors traveling to UK for 1 day and flying back to Nigeria, going to America for 2 days and flying back to Nigeria. All these issues need to be addressed. We need to come up with a strategy to see. Governor will just fly out to Nigeria. He go and stay 1 day in the UK. He will fly back. He fly to America. He go and stay 2 days. He fly back. In a month, most governors fly to UK and the US more than 10 times. Like our governor in Edo State, Lagos State governor, and so many other governors. They go to UK and US and stay 2 days, 1 day, and they'll fly back. Please, if you are watching this video, help me share this video. Let's deliberate on this issue of mobilization fees that is affecting people. You see, people are having issues. People are being raped. People are being molested. People are being victimized. There's a lot of domestic violence going on. And all these things cannot be reported, because every time you see somebody going to report an issue, the first thing these people are going to ask this person is mobilization fees. You go and report a case to the police that you've been victimized, you've been abused, there's domestic violence going on, there is a lot of rape going on, mob justice. The police will come around and ask you, please, you need money for mobilization fees. If he doesn't have money for mobilization fees, he's not going to go out with you. Straight up. That's how it is. And these people get an allocation of 500 million every month. And yet, this police is still asking someone that is being victimized for mobilization fees. How do we move our way forward? Every now and then, the governors, when it's 3 years, 1 year to go, you start hearing it, Egba. And the security, they can't fix the security. For a government to exist, security got to be one of their first priority. A society without security, there's going to be total anarchy, total breakdown of the law. That's what is happening right there in Benin at the moment, and every other state. And Abia State arrested over 600 Boko Haram the other day. You can't imagine, because why? Of mobilization fees. If you send a police to operation, you ask for mobilization fees. There was a guy, they brought an issue to my office. These issues, a guy is constantly posting a picture of a girl on Facebook, calling the girl, you have HIV, you have all this, because he toasted the girl refused. He ended up wanting to blackmail the girl. And then we get the police to go and investigate the matter. The police is asking for mobilization fees. Mobilization fees. Everywhere you go with the African police, they ask for mobilization fees. The government of the day, who is collecting money from the federal system for security issues, is actually another issue we have to deal with. You're looking for them to comment on the issue, you can't get them. The idea of this mobilization fees, they need to find a way to stop it, because it's not making any sense to me. You send somebody to an office. Today, I have issues. There's an issue with someone who transferred money to Nigeria wrongly into a different account. And for them to remove the money from that account, the police is also asking for mobilization fee. Or they need to sign a police extract to say, okay, this is the owner of the money. The account is being frozen. Just for the police to sign a document for them to go and release the money from the bank, the police is asking for mobilization fees. Tell me where the police want to drive to. A police extract is asking for mobilization fees. No mobilization fees, they are not carrying the paper to someone who's supposed to address the issue. What's the point? If everybody is going to come to your station and you are asking for mobilization fee, the funniest thing of all these things, if you go to the police station looks like a rubbish dump. There's no what is called landscaping. There's nothing. The police is too dusted that to the fact that everyone that goes there have to pay a fee to even talk to somebody. Even for you to even go into the police station, it look as if you are asking for a ticket to get to hell. People need to wake up. The idea of this police always asking for mobilization fees need to be addressed. I'm using this opportunity to call on the federal government, to call on the state governors, chairmen, councillors, human rights activists, to address the issue of this mobilization fees. It's killing the system. People are being victimized, people are being raped, people are being abused, people are being bullied. And when they get to the police will start asking for a mobilization fees. It does not make any sense to me anymore. At all. The issue of property being destroyed in Nigeria, 2 days to the court date, the governor could not exercise patience, and then he went to destroy a house, lock down so many other properties. Grenade is being thrown into houses because there's no security. Anarchy, state of anarchy. The governor is talking about campaign. Today he have released all his campaign car. He's already campaigning. And he said he put an embargo on other people not to campaign while he's doing his campaign. They've turned it to a one-system party system of government. How will you run a system and every time you're going to ask for mobilization fees? On the other day, Agbeu people are busy fighting in the street, in the ring road, and they said there's no more Agbeu, and there's Agbeu going on. They are beating all passengers, they are beating all drivers. The life they are living there now is now becoming it's now touching. So I'm using this opportunity to appeal to the government to stop this idea of mobilization fees. The Agbeu that they said they have stopped, they need to readdress it. In a developed world, we don't have Agbeu. All we do here, we go to the train station, you buy a ticket, you enter your train. If you go to the bus stop, the same ticket for you to go into the train is the same ticket you use for the bus. We have banks, we have shops everywhere. All they need to do is to make the ATM very, very effective. Today, ATM is not effective in Nigeria because of mobilization fees. If the ATM is effective, people can easily go and buy their ticket from the nearby shop. Because the shop will have, they call it POS, which is called a F post over here. Swap your card, you pay for your bus card, and you go to the bus station. With the card, you jump the bus. All those commuters, all the buses they are using, all these people need to create job. Government need to take care and supply the people with transport and get rid of all these aquatic useless buses that is in the street. Create job by making transport available to the people. Create job. And now there's a video that is circulating about the central hospital, that the equipment to that hospital were supplied since 2017, and they are equally called on the state governor to bring in 200 workers, nurses, doctors, so they can trade them on the equipment. And yet, all these things were not done. All we hear in the media propaganda was abusing Oshomole, that Oshomole ate the money and they did not supply any equipment. Nothing is there. Now, one thing I want to make sure people understand about all this issue is this. When you build a building, the first thing they come out, they say the building is leaking. It's a substandard equipment, all these things. That building have an insurance. Once they build that big hospital, they have insurance that is covering it. They probably have about 10 to 15 years leverage. If anything damaged, they will use the insurance to fix it. If there's any leakage, because the house was built in summer, it was built in a hot weather, so in a harmattan, whatever, they didn't build it in the rainy season. So there's bound to be a leakage in that building. So if when it's leaking, they start fixing it and make sure everything stops. That's what they're supposed to do, use insurance to fix it up. But if the video that is circulating is true, which means the government of the day have a question to answer. That's how it should go. All these buha, all these barakbuzin, they are all talking about Ogba, Egba. You know, I never support this Ogba, Egba business they are doing. It's a complete distraction to destabilize the Edo State. It doesn't make any sense. If you want to run the government, you need to be focused about providing the people with infrastructural development. That's all the people know. I constantly tell people, if you are a governor and you cannot do landscaping, you cannot fix erosion, you cannot provide common supermarket for your people, then you are not going to be a governor. That is the way I believe it. If you can't make road, you can't provide security, you can't make landscaping, clean the gutter and cover all the gutters, then you are not a governor. We cannot keep on living in that traditional stone age that we are. We need to improve, use our brain and move past this traditional way of thinking. You know, back in the 15th century, Edo State was having street lights. Back in the 15th century. Today, we don't have electricity, we don't have anything in the state. It doesn't make any sense to me. All these people, you see the governor go to America every week, stay 1 day, 2 days in the United States. Now he's busy. Now there's a video I watched from Iranamigo. Edo State governor went to go and sue Iranamigo to court for probably abuse of wrong rhetorics. Let me put that way. But is this? It's uncalled for. What I say to people is this: if you acquire the mantle of power, there's bound to people are going to abuse you. People are going to say all sorts of rubbish about you. It's not left for you to summon courage and build what we call retrospect, so that when you move out of government, when you resigned, or when you lost the election, or when you completely do your 8 years, people will have something to think about. You don't want to go out of government, people are going to start making reference to property deduction, property this, all sort of unnecessary issues start emerging from your administration. It doesn't make any sense. We all need to grow past this. Like I said to you, I'm a criminologist. I do political analysis. This is what we do. This is what we think about. This is what we sleep. This is what we eat. I'm not supporting. I see some more of these people that is doing talk bar, egg bar business. I've constantly blocking them because they are constantly reporting my videos to Facebook. Last week, my video was reported at like I was live streaming it now. They report the video that I was streaming pornography, which is against human thinking. People think very, very awkwardly. How will you report a live video that is streaming sexual references when you're talking about something good? People need to wake up from these their mental issues. Not everyone that is in the mental home that is sick. There are other people that are at home that are outwardly sick, you know, because of mobilization. So I'm using the opportunity. Please help me share this video to touch lives, to ask the government of Nigeria, the state governors, chairman, local government council, commissioner of police, IG, to find a way to stop all this mobilization fees that they are demanding from people. As a result of this, crime cannot be reported. People are being abused. People are being victimized. Day in, day out. Domestic violence is going on. Street violence, mob justice, bullying is affecting the people. People cannot go out and report the issue because the police will ask them for mobilization fees, which they don't have. You go and report an issue to the police, sometimes you become a victim. It does not actually make any sense. So the idea of faking it is not real. My people, mobilization fees need to change. People start thinking about the way on how we can live our life. You know, the life we live is what we make out of it. I constantly tell people, no matter how beautiful you are, no matter how smart you are, when you are indulging yourself with fake belief, fake rhetorics, fake things, a time will come in your life, you will begin to understand that whatever you have put on your hand is what you're going to live. That's what I constantly tell people, that the life we live is what we make out of it. Africa need to wake up. For Africa to progress, for Africa to move forward, we need to start acting for ourselves. We need to start representing ourselves. We need to start telling ourselves the truth. Everybody want to leave Africa, going to Europe, going to Australia, going to America. Donald Trump today have stamped out visas for Nigerians. And people will say there are made for. Politicians from Nigeria are still going. If you are looting money to the American bank, probably they will receive you, because they have a ways of taking that money out. But the question is this: are we fixing our home? The people in our overseas want to come back home because there is no security. People don't want to come. If you say anything about the government, they start hunting you down. Does that make sense? This is a globalization where we're supposed to have a representation in the government. Now, the Europeans, the Australians, the Americans, the Canadians, the Mexicans, they are in Israel, Japanese, Chinese, they are in the space race. They are competing for the space. Africa is still stagnated in colonization. If anything happened in Africa, they will blame Britain because Britain colonized Nigeria. They will blame France because France colonized other Francophone countries. They will blame Germany because Germany colonized Tanzania. They will blame South Africa. South Africa will blame Peter Botha, blame everybody, but not themselves. You see the African people killing themselves, using themselves for rituals. Now, let's talk about the Nollywood issues. The issue of kidnapping and rituals is being promoted by Nollywood. If you watch nearly all the Nollywood movies, is full of rituals, kidnapping, womanizing, stealing people's wife, and all this fake reality is what they promote with this industry that was supposed to represent the people, represent the whole of Africa. They are using it to portray a very bad image for Africans. How can you go to the movie and shoot the movie of part 1, part 2, part 3, part 4, part 5? All of them will be full of either someone is busy chasing somebody's wife, sleeping with people's wife, stealing, or courtesing, or kidnapping, or name it. Name it. Nigerian leaders doesn't want anything to grow because I'm not going to, sorry brother, I will dispute this. If the youth know who they are, they would never allow the old people on top to use them. Just because someone need 1,000, you want to buy pure water, buy a meal, he will nearly crack his head. You can see what our state governor did in Lagos, just because he wanted to have a town hall meeting. He almost cracked his head for the Oba of Lagos. Of what something he hasn't done in Benin. He wanted to greet the Oba of Benin, he would stand and shake him in one hand. He went to Lagos, he lied flat. We are seeing all this. Media propaganda, the way they handle media in Edo State, in Lagos, in every other state, need to stop. They need to look at the reality. They need to face what is positive. So Nollywood, government of Nigeria need to caution Nollywood about courtesy, about ritualism, about there are so many useless things. Some of the movies, I open it up, I will not allow my daughters to watch it because it's all full of courtesy, full of ritualism, it's full of so many things. Today, every second, someone is arrested in Ogun State or Ondo for ritual. Someone is being kidnapped in Imo State, Enugu, Abia State, Anambra for ritualism. Somebody's wife is being caught in the church in Benin City. You know, there are so many things the government of the day need to have a look and check. Does it really worth it if we have to live in this fake reality? There's more to life than faking it. My people, we need to grow past this. Africa, my Africa. Africa, is this your back that is bent? For how long are we going to blame the colonialisms for our own fault? China the other day, because of the coronavirus that is going on, these people come with their might and build a hospital for just 10 days. Something no one has ever done in the world. 10 days, they build the hospital, equip it, make everything, do the floor tile, do the landscaping, make everywhere clean. Something other people have not been able to do. My people, Africa, we gonna constantly blame our elders for our misdeed. If we do not vote these elderly people in there, then we will not have cause to blame them. Election is coming in Edo State. It's coming to other states. A lot of people are going to die for that election if care is not taken because of Egba and Togba business they are doing there, of which I did not support. If you are governor of the day, for people to vote into government, all these fake lies, blackmailing, and all these things, suing people to court, flying from Nigeria to go and sue somebody in America, destroying people's properties when there's court that is there, or disobeying the court order, all these things need to stop. We cannot blame America or blame UK, Germany, France, Japan, China for our own problem. We invite all these people to come to our land, and yet we blame them when they strike. Now, in Edo State, we have 286 oil wells. We have natural gas. We have gold. We have marble. We have columbite. We have yams. We have cocoa. The cocoa we have in Edo, Ondo, Ogun, Oyo is enough to feed the whole of Africa and provide jobs that people will never cross the Mediterranean. Let alone you're going to add what they have in Ivory Coast, Liberia, Sierra Leone to it. And yet we pointing fingers. Everything we eat, we have to import it. Does that make sense? Even as far as to second-hand clothes, we are still importing it to Africa. When we have textile mill factories that can produce this, and then yet we're going to blame other people for our own misdeeds. For our own misdeeds. Togba, Egba. What kind of rhetoric is that? A governor that is progressive, a governor that is performing, doesn't need anybody to point him to a direction where people will going to vote for him. He don't need to bribe anybody to get a vote. He don't need to. In fact, it is unbelievable. Every government in Africa is being judged today because why? Because once they are coming, all the agendas they set up, the manifestos they bring forward, they will never even do one of it. Once they get into power, they make the budget so billion. Half of the billion will be stuck in England, stuck in China, stuck in Hong Kong, South Africa. They come there to buy houses. Governor will have 50 houses. They will have 30 houses. What are they going to do with all these properties? They will stay in matter of power. They will never even exit. Even for sometimes from them, even for their own child, they will not exist until they pass away. They will not empower anybody. They want you to just bow down for them and asa for all that period. You will support them, build them up. At the end of it, they will disappoint you. Even the one you put in power, the one you grab his hand and say, okay, do this for me. Once he sits on that power, you become his enemy. People, Nigerians, corrupt the politicians. The youth are the one corrupting the politicians. If they are telling the politicians the way forward, the politician will know. If you send me to go and do something for you, I did not go when I know that thing is bad. He will not come back to you. If he send 10 people and they refuse, he will begin to change his ways. My people, let's call a spade a spade. It is good to be good. The fact that we all want to live a good life doesn't mean we have to do a bad thing to become good. You know, everyone is all asking for a good thing. But are we creating the example for which our children are going to live by? We want to live in a story building, but we never lay the foundation. How do we get there? We just jump. And forgetting that when you are falling down, then you start crashing everybody behind you. Egba, talkba, it's all fake reality. It's all fake reality. They turn Edo to a gangster. Edo State is now like you are living in Detroit in America or Durban in South Africa. Or it look like you are living in Burma, where people does not respect each other. So, my people, let's come together, one voice, one unity, to fight this injustice. Like I said, there's more to life than faking it. I know a lot of people are not happy with seeing this video when I'm talking here. I started with police. They're constantly talking about mobilization. Mobilization. Police now create a big trouble for our people. People are being bullied in the school. People are being abused. People are being raped. People are being used for rituals. Just because of mobilization fee, people are afraid to go and report the issue. Because when you report the issue, sometimes you become a victim. How many people want to take the chances? They know if you report the issue, it becomes a problem. Like I said before, a friend of mine sent money wrongly into someone's account. Okay, the bank frozen that person's account. The police is asking for mobilization fees for them to just write the police extract. They are looking for a bribe. They want you to share the money into two. Something you just go in here, swear affidavits, give it to the police, they will sign and stamp it, the money belongs to you. Within 24 hours, they will release the money. I remember when somebody mistakenly transferred money into my account, about $18,000. I put my card in, the bank took my card. I ring the bank, what's going on? I have money in the bank, I want to buy something. They said, sorry, my account has been compromised. I said, what happened? They said there was 18,000 been transferred wrongly into my account. So they don't want me to withdraw the money. I said, I'm not going to withdraw the money. But I have $3,000 in the account before that money gets in. How do I get my money back? Because I need to buy food for my family. They said, okay, come to the bank. I drive to the bank, the other account, they transfer all every information to a different account, create the account, cancel the account. In less than 30 minutes, they fix another account for me and move my money and give me a different bank card. Emergency, everything went fast. But in Africa, it's now 3 weeks. We are battling with the police just to sign the police paper. They are asking for mobilization fees. We don't even know where they are going. They said their printer is broken down. Their ink is done. How much for your printer ink? They said we gave them 4,000 naira to buy the ink so that they just release the paper for them to print the paper out of their computer. After that, they're asking for mobilization fees. For how long are we going to live in this sin? That the security that's supposed to protect the interests of the people are not the one chasing the people. Fulani Hesme is moving from Burkina Faso, moving from Guinea, Conakry, Guinea-Bissau. They are all everywhere in the forest in Edo State because Edo State is central to all. No one cares about what is going on there. When you report the issue of robbery, if you report the issue of being molested, being raped, and they will ask you for mobilization fees. If you don't have mobilization fees, you probably bleed to death. If you have an accident, you go to the emergency ward. No one will attend to you because you did not give them money for mobilization fees. My auntie daughter got an accident. They take him to the central hospital. The doctors were asking for mobilization fees. And they get angry without cleaning the injury and they stitch it like that. Bottles and sand and every other thing were inside that leg. And the end, leg getting rotty. They had to do another emergency operation to cut that section of the skin out. If the mom was not a nurse, it would have been very big for that leg could probably be shot out. That is what I'm talking about. Like I constantly tell you people, when I went to go and clean my teeth, a doctor came to grab the girl breast while this woman was having the machine running in my mouth. If the woman was so smart, he pulled out the thing in my mouth very fast. Otherwise, it would have just pierced my mouth. And I asked this gentleman, doctor, what is all this all about? He said, I'm sorry. Why the hand was still in the breast of the girl? The remaining doctors, this is a youth copper. They made the lady uncomfortable. Very, very uncomfortable. Please share this video and let's touch lives together. They make the lady very, very uncomfortable. The remaining doctors were just on their computer, laptop, chasing people in internet fraud. They were doing fraud there. I questioned these people. And the other lady was just screaming, yelling, saying, I'm the boss here, nobody can talk to me. I said, think twice. What are you all about? Why are you screaming? You are supposed to caution all these people. How can you have 7 doctors here? Youth copper is the one cleaning my teeth. What are the doctors doing? All of them on their laptop, looking for Mugu. Using government Wi-Fi to do their rubbish. And they tell me, that's what I mean. Nigerians and the youth are the most corrupt Nigerians. A Tanzanian woman once told me when I was in Malawi, they said the good Nigerians are back in Nigeria. I thought probably was saying the truth. But I now realize that the youth we have at home are worse than the politicians. They are the people that are planting all these politicians here just because they're looking for somebody to look up to. Instead of them to stand up and get counted, they are always counting on people. Try it, send money to your people at home. Tell them to just go and buy a Maggi that is maybe $5,000 or $2,500 a carton. They will tell you the price has changed. That's what they will tell you. Even though you give them money for transport, they will never tell you the truth. For how long are we going to be here creating issues that is easily fixed? At night, you ring your people, they are afraid to answer their call because insecurity. They will tell you if they answer the call, if somebody goes in, they can just point a gun at you through the window and tell you to give you the phone. And yet, the state governor is collecting 500 million a month for security issues. And when you have issues and go to the police station, they will ask you for mobilization fees. So, mobilization fees and insecurity, which one do you want to take? Please have your say. It makes no sense to me when you see. Thank you very much, Oba Matthews, and God bless you for sharing. It's very, very awkward, Mr. Okpeyemi. It's very, very awkward. You have issues. People are being raped. There's more justice. A guy was key. There was an issue that happened in Lagos a few months ago. He went to go and charge his mobile phone because there was no electricity in the nearby house because they put on a generator. On the time he went to go and pick up the phone, he get there, the phone was not there. Another man that was coming to pick up his phone, instead of him, because the same phone they were charging, he did not know the guy did not pick up his phone. His own phone was being. He went there. The daughter went to go and pick up his own phone because he knew the mother was putting their phone there. This guy came pick up his phone. This woman shouted, "Ole, ole, ole!" They grabbed this man. The boys in the street gang up. They kill this person, mob justice, and throw the body in the lagoon. When this woman get home, and the daughter asked him, "Mommy, what happened there?" He said the man stole his phone. I said, "What phone?" He said, "Oh, he still have phone." I said, "Mommy, here is your phone. Did you check the guy if he actually take your phone?" He goes, "No, I saw the phone with him when he was coming out," which means he's the one that took his phone. This man went to go and collected his own phone. This woman collected this man's phone, went his home, and he was telling the daughter, and when the daughter brought out her own phone, said, "Mommy, here is your phone." He was not confused because they killed somebody, and he was having this man telephone on her. She didn't even look. That is miscarriage of justice. Bullying. Mob justice. They just kill an innocent soul over a mobile phone. And now you have the man's telephone with him, and the daughter have his own telephone. It was now 2. Today the woman is languishing in prison because of insecurity, impatience, clarity. And the daughter is now left with no parents. So my people, mobilization fees that the police are constantly telling people. We need to find a way to stop it so that we Africans can move past all this injustice. Please share the video. Thank you for watching. So mobilization fees need to be stopped. As you guys know, I run an NGO, Lawrence J. Osayande Foundations. Thank God today. Thank you, and I've used the opportunity to thank Omo Yele Showore. You guys know how I campaigned for him, and he reached out to me 3 days ago and introduced 2 agents to me in Abuja, of which these guys are signing the MOU contract by next week Monday to the office. And equally their profile. If you go on my website now, you can see the 2 guys' profiles and their pictures. Signing up to Pan Africa Get to spread the good news. And my blogger, who normally blog my website, has just sent me a message that you want to be a part of the promotion. You want to be a part of the Pan African Girl. And as you guys know, the National Peace Federation of Australia made me an ambassador for peace. The same award given to Clinton and Obama, they give it to me here. So I'm an ambassador for peace. So anytime you hear they call me an ambassador, don't get angry. It's real. So my people, when I talk, people want to go to war, but that is the truth. I don't support people property being destroyed. I don't support people being molested, abused, violated in any form of domestic violence, street violence, mob justice, anything. So we are creating a part in what we call child protection through our office, that people that are homeless, we are calling on people to donate to the program. We want to start renting a house the way they do it here in overseas, so that we can be able to pick 3, 4, 5 kids, put them in a house, treat them, and give them scholarship to go to school, and make sure they graduated from, at least give them a primary education, rather than for them to stay in the street and start begging. So we're going to do child protection. So on the 28th of March, of May, there will be a symposium we're hosting in Abuja, and to pad the Abuja girls. So on the 28th of March, so the flyer will come out very soon. 28th of March, there's going to be a symposium going on in that part of the region. And a Daiken, I think it's a Daiken secondary school in Ikubahi. So apparently, probably in the same time, May, we will also be having a sanitary pad donation to that school. So if you have any way you can support the program, please kindly do. $1, $2, doesn't really matter. The account number is always listed. If it's not there, I'll put it on once the broadcast is finished. Share the broadcast, at least let's touch life together. If you have not seen what I'm doing in Benin City, try to go on my Facebook page, roll it down. I have 11,000 followers on the link. They all know what I do with the people. The American people are reaching out. People are calling from the United States. People are asking me to come and donate sanitary pad to the maternity ward in UBTH, in all the maternity ward in most of the hospital in the state. But we need financial support to be able to carry out all this. So, as you guys know, most of the programs we run in Benin City, I co-sponsor it with my manager in Benin, who has done a tremendous job, Evangelist James Agawa, who has done a tremendous job in raising funds from the local people to support the people in Benin City. So please help me share this video to touch life together. Mata Grace Dazi. Okay, I'm in Melbourne. I live in Melbourne City, the city that never sleeps, one of the best cities in the world. This is where I live, Melbourne City. So, equally, there will be long reach product that will be toothpaste. I will be marketing it through my office in Benin City and my agent around Nigeria. I have an agent that is working with the organization from the Nollywood. He's a movie director, scriptwriter, and also a camera handler. So he's by the name of Kemseli. He's based in Lagos. He's an Indiwood Big Gun, which is in Lagos, our Lagos representative. So Abuja, we have two people by the name of Sidney Usman and Trendy House of Dami Lola. So those are the two people that is being recommended by Dr. Omo Yeleshowore, AAC, former presidential aspirant. So kudos to those people who have signed up so far. We have a representative in the United Kingdom, in Boston, United States, and Canada by the name of Nosa Obaseki, and we have also representative in Germany and around the world. So if you want to sign up and help spread the news, contribute to the development, you are welcome. We are moving fast. So this is how another way we can use to stamp out injustice. If you have issue with child support, if you have issue with domestic violence, if you have issue with bullying, injustice, reach out to us in number 133 Secondary Circular Road, Benin City, where we operate from. We have an office. Our office is a corporate office. It's not just an office. It's a corporate office. It's one of the best office in Benin City. So if you want to go there, you can see it. I have two managers and a lawyer. We have secretaries that are working. All these people are being paid no more salary. They are getting paid no more salary. It's not easy. So my people, I have given life to people, support the initiative so that we can touch life together. It's not easy. I know there are a lot of issues. I'm based in Sydney, my busiest state, the busiest state in Australia. Very, very busy in Sydney. I've lived Sydney for 5 years before I moved to Melbourne. After migrating from New Zealand, I was there and I got transferred to Melbourne, which I now resigned. I'm now working as a social worker. At the same time, I'm in the school as well. As you guys know, like I said, I'm a criminologist. I'm a community service worker. At the same time, I'm a counselor. So I have all the certificates to do all this job. Probably about 6 or 7 certificates I'm using to better my life here. So all my education has been done here in Australia. I'm also still studying. So like I said, let's not deviate from the issue. So let's find a way to stop police brutality, police mobilization fees. And bail is a free thing. We should find a way to incorporate this and get the police understand. We should not encourage corruption. This is why police is constantly telling people mobilization fees. You go to a police station, they will tell you mobilization fees. Ask them, are they going to issue you an invoice if you have to give them that money? Don't give money without an invoice, because which they will never do. They ask you for mobilization, tell them to issue you an invoice and tell you what that money is meant for. Why would you go to a station that someone has raped your sister, someone has abused, domestically violate your sister, beat your sister up, break your sister's hand, and you go to the police station, they will tell you, sorry, we don't have any transport, pay for our mobilization fees. After you pay that money, they will come and ask you for feeding allowance. You can't imagine that nonsense. Police go to work, they will ask you for feeding allowance. Augusta, I never eat the whole day, I'm hungry. If you don't give him money, he will not follow you. Why would a police officer will be asking for someone that is, the sister is being molested, being bullied, being raped? A police officer will ask you for food. Oh, I'm hungry. They will ask you for mobilization fee. You have to pay for their transport for them to follow you. All this we need to look at ways we can stop this. We keep on saying, oh, it is the Western world because of colonization. The people we are blaming for colonization, they are in a space race. They want to see if there is another space. They want to send people to the moon to go and be living there. We are still in colonization. Colonization, then before we move to industrialization. We are not even moved from colonization. We are still in colonization. Before we move out of colonization and move to industrialization. From industrialization, before you go to globalization. From globalization, before you move to space race. Where are we? We are still in the bottom light of the ladder. We are still there, on the back down on the ladder. Colonization, that's where we are. Colonization and corruption. We are still stealing our money and giving it to the white people to run their economy. And we're crying that our economy is not good. There is a list of money that Nigeria stack up in the American bank. only in America alone were more than 30 something billion dollars. Only in America, not to UK, not to Germany, not to South Africa, not to China, not to Hong Kong, not to Panama City, not to Scotland, not to Ireland. Only in America. These are only politicians. You know. The richest man in Africa is building a refinery worth 23 billion. And his money and his entire savings is only 12 billion. But he's building a refinery worth 23 billion. Where are all this money coming from? So the whole state of Nigeria is stacking all their money in that refinery. They stack all that money. When is the refinery going to go? How many workers are they going to employ? Are they going to bring foreign workers to take out the industry or to start up the industry? We have to look at into all these things. At the time the refinery kickstart, then you're going to realize that they're probably going to employ 300 Nigerians. The remaining will be foreigners. Those are things people need to check. Matter Grace, that is the truth. These Africans, the Nigerians, they do things out of the ordinary. At the end, they will blame the people they vote into power. Somebody that you are asking to, you want to vote somebody, you see him with a gun. He go and start shooting people on the road, throwing grenades, and you are crying, talk back. People's houses are being demolished. People are crying, talk back. People are saying, Egba. Why can't you tell the people the truth? Why can't I want everybody to advise their parents? A governor that cannot do landscaping, remove all those rubbish. Like I said before, I said Governor Obaseki and the governor of Delta State, he can set up what we call a recycling plant in between the two states. I think when they set up that recycling plant to take all this plastic off the gutter and recycle it and turn it into a different product, I'm very, very sure that place will probably give birth to more than 1,000 or 2,000 workers just to recycle all those things, make the city clean, cover all those gutters, so that when it rains, people will not fall in the gutter and erosion will just sweep them away. A lot of people are dying. The hospital in question that they are saying five-star hotel, we are now known that since 2017, the hospital has been equipped. Now there's election coming up. People are releasing videos. How the hospital has been equipped, how they asked the governor to provide 200 workers so they can train them to use the equipment. All this were known, or we were all silent. Now the election is coming. People are now beginning to release videos. See, our youth are now beginning to release videos of the good and the bad and the ugly about the past and the present, so they can justify their claim. This is very, very wrong, my people. Very, very wrong, my people. Let's call a spade. You know, the good side of the story, say the bad side of the story, arrange it and conclude. Give it a fair go. That's how Australia is operating. Fair go. Everybody's giving a fair go. You are not guilty until you are found guilty. When you see something, say something. It will make life more easier to people. Instead of paying people in the social media to go and start reporting people's video, focus on your administration. Focus on your administration. Prove to the people that my 4 years administration, this is what I'm able to provide. It's that simple. You have Ministry of Works, Ministry of Health, Ministry of Power, Ministry of Agriculture. At the end of these 4 years, the Ministry of Agriculture, were they able to create a fish pond? Just common fish pond. Did the Ministry of Agriculture create one or two? No. All they need to do, they will use money to go and buy cutlass and give to old people. They will come back and write in their budget that they buy the bulldozer. They only give out a cutlass without a fire. But they will write in their budget that they provide these farmers with a bulldozer. They spend 300 million. For how long? You buy maybe 100 cutlass for people in the village. You go and write that you give them a bulldozer. The funny thing of all these people is that the road to these villages is unpliable. You can't reach them. They can't even bring their yam, cocoa yam, rice, out from the village to come and sell in the city? How are they going to develop their place? How are they going to grow? If they are constantly having problems transporting their end product to the market, does it make life easier for these people? They don't have roads, and people will go and say, "Oh, the government is doing this. The government is doing this." People will go to Nigeria. They will come back. They say Nigeria is so beautiful, so nice. So this is somebody that live in Europe that go travel with tram, travel with speed train. Use mobile phone to order food from the restaurant. This is somebody that he leave his child in the child care and pick them up. This is somebody he work and have a leave. This is somebody that do a shift, 3 shifts a night, which means there's sufficient job that they have to do morning, day and afternoon. This is somebody can easily go to the shop, buy a cold drink and drink. This is somebody that on his fridge inside his house for a whole year. The power will not short. But they will constantly come and tell you that place is so beautiful. There's no common landscaping. Just because they're able to go and sleep with 5 or 6 girls, they will come and tell you the place is so beautiful. There's a post I went on Facebook the other day. They say, why is it that people do not marry people in Europe? They're constantly going to Nigeria to go and marry. And laughed. People in Europe, because of the job they are doing, they forget that they were supposed to marry. The boys, because of their lazy attitude, they want to bewitch the girls to take their money. And after taking the money from the girls, they will come back to Africa to go and marry and leave the girls there. And then you blame them later. The time you were collecting money from them, these people were very good. Once you collect the money, they become bad. So people are having mental issues. We need to call a spade a spade. The life we live is what we make out of it. I constantly tell people, marriage is a picture that is not yet printed, and people don't really know the meaning to that word. Let's stand and fight against all this injustice. For Africa to move past where it is, Nigeria needs to change its ways of thinking, change its ways of administering every offices. Mobilization fees need to stop. If you go to any ministry, they will still ask you for mobilization fees. If you go to any ministry, go and ask for anything. You can see the NGOs we are all running. Every year there's an allocation in the budget for it. The only people that release money are philanthropists that have a giving heart, like Danjuma. Every year he releases money for people. They will monitor your project. I have not gotten any support from him, but I understand this is what he does. But the allocation in the state budget, in the federal budget, people will allocate the money to themselves. They don't even have NGO. They are not registered. They will just allocate that money. They will say they have NGO. They will create one name, use the name to collect the money. We have ICPC, we have EFCC. They never investigate all these people. Councillors run their NGO from inside the house. Chairman run the NGO from inside the house. A governor run his NGO from inside the house. The wife run the NGO from inside the house. Commissioners. All of these people, they all have NGOs, unregistered NGOs. At the end of the year, they will just write a fake report that said they spend this money so place. You will never see them. Who do they empower? The people they say they empower are still in the street. You can't imagine that. My people. Mobilization fees need to stop. If you go to any ministry and they ask you for mobilization fees, tell them to give you an invoice for the mobilization fees. And that invoice, send it to us, we can publish it. If police, you go to the station, your sister is being molested, your sister is being abused, your sister is being raped, is being bullied, is being put on a mob justice, please. If you call the police and they're asking for feeding allowance, they're asking you for mobilization, get them to write you an invoice and see what they're going to say. They probably tell you so that we are not going. We don't give invoices. If the way of their life is true, why are they not going to give you invoices? Why would the police call the police here and tell them, so there is a problem here? Before you drop the phone, they are already there. You know. So my people, this is what I've come here to say. Mobilization fees by the police, the state government, state security issues, the DSS and SSS, all these people, they need to act and stop all this. Instead of cramping on the innocent. People will come and report issues. It's for them to get up your seat, stand on your foot, follow them to the scene. You ask them for mobilization fees. You're asking for feeding allowance. You're asking for petrol money. Man, you go and rent a car. They will tell you to pay petrol. They all sort of nonsense. My people, this is bad. Mobilization fees and every other fees the police is asking, they need to stop because the state government is paying for paying for the security fees. We need to help the government to stamp out insecurity. If you see something, say something. It could save you today, save your neighbor. My people, it's time for me to round up. May God continue to bless everybody as we face all these long-awaiting battles of corruption and how we can move ourselves out of this dilemma. It's clear call the spirit state because the life we live is what we make out of it. Please donate to the program, Part an African Girl, to help us reach out to other people. It is good to be good. God says the hand that giveth and the hand that receiveth are all blessed hands. I will post the account number if you want to support our initiative. Like I said, we have agent in Abuja now. We're going to be reaching out to the Hausa people to help create that initiative so that the government can see our job, what we're doing. We started with this year from Ituan Guest College in Benin City, where we distribute almost 500 sanitary pads. We're heading up to a Daken College, where we're going to be doing the same programs. And then we're going to set up what we call child protection. In our office, set up a residential apartment where we can pick up kids 3 or 4 and put them in the house, get somebody to do a shift job. You go in the morning, you go and cook for them, take them to school, somebody will look after them in the night, constantly like that. So we need the support of the people so we can be able to carry out this transformation in a different style, the way we do it in overseas. Please support the agenda, support the brokers. May God continue to bless the Nigerians. May God continue to bless Africa. May God bless Australia. May God bless New Zealand, bless European countries, and for them to see that we are moving. The government can't do it alone, but we can help them, give them the ideas and initiatives so they can know what you stand for. I stand for peace. When I speak, they call for war. Have a blessed day. Thank you.